Hey YouTube, my name's Angela and this is officially my first YouTube video. So this is the introduction to my channel. I did have a channel with Michael, who's my husband, but we're not exactly as active as I'd like to be on there. We are currently doing our own separate hobbies, I guess you can say. He's got his own channel, which is called Epic Mike, which is everything that has to do with basketball. And he is also currently launching his own clothing brand. I will link all of this in the description below. His clothing brand is called airtimebrand.com. If you're into men's sportswear, I've been wanting to start my own channel for about like 10 years, since I was back in high school. I am 29 now, so quite a long time. Yeah, so this is officially, I guess today is the day. So I do have my son with me, just in case you guys hear him being fussy. I might have to pause and come back, but hopefully he will be okay. So I figured for the introduction video, I searched some questions online just so you can kind of get to know me better and know what kind of content that I would like to have on this channel. So I found some questions. I had them written down on my phone, so I'm just gonna go through and answer them. So the first one I pretty much already answered, which is how old are you? So I am 29 years old, born in 1993. He loves phones, so now that I have my phone out, he's like ready to grab it. Are you single or in a relationship? I am happily married. I met my husband in 2017 and we got married in August. 2021. Where do you live? I live in Canada, Toronto, Canada. Although my husband is originally from the US. He's a US citizen, but he is with me in Canada. That's a whole different story. We can do like a marriage story time of how we did like long distance relationship and all of that good stuff. Do you speak any other language? I do understand Portuguese because my family is Portuguese. I understand it. I understand everything. But to speak, I wouldn't say I'm fluent. I can speak somewhat. Like I can carry on a conversation with my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, but I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable having a conversation with a stranger or people that were not from my family. But I understand everything, and obviously English, and I understand Spanish, but again, I cannot really speak Spanish, but I understand it because I grew up like watching soap operas that were Spanish, and that's where I learned it. What's the weirdest thing you eat? I wrote this question down because I saw it and I thought it was really interesting. Just something fun to throw in. I feel like the weirdest thing that I eat, or at least I've been told that it's weird, is I like eating cream cheese and peanut butter together. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but the cream cheese and the peanut butter, I guess it's just the coldness and tanginess from the cream cheese, and then the warmth and the sweet from the peanut butter. Just for me, it goes so well together. What's your favorite hobby? I would say my favorite hobby is probably painting. I love to paint, although right now, especially being a mom, a first-time mom, I don't really get to do it often. But yeah, I would say painting is my favorite hobby. Would you rather live in the city or the country? So I live in Toronto, as I said, and Toronto is a major city. I guess it's comparable to like New York. and I've lived here my whole life. I was born and raised here, so Toronto is pretty much all I know. Although obviously I do go out of Toronto into the other towns around, other cities and country, and I honestly prefer that. I would love to have like my own house out in the country, away from big city buildings and all of that. So yeah, I would say country. What countries have you visited? So I haven't been to many places. I have visited Portugal. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Cuba. I've been to Dominican Republic as like vacation spots. I've been to, where else? I've been to the US. Specifically, I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Buffalo. I think I've been to Pennsylvania, I believe. Not sure. And I've been to Florida. Do you have any animals? Yes, I do have animals. I have 2 pets currently. I have 2 dogs. I have a little Yorkie. His name is Coco, or my nickname for him has always been Bubba or Bubs. He is 13 years old, my little old man. And I have a golden retriever. His name is Buddy, and he is 3 years old, I believe. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? So this one is kind of, I can do like a whole other video on this, which has to do with postpartum. But before I gave birth, everyone who knows me personally knows that I used to love chocolate. So anything chocolate, that was my go-to. But ever since giving birth, ever since having my son, my favorite flavor is now vanilla. So if you want to hear about why I think that is and why that changed, I can do a whole other video on that, because I feel like that's something about postpartum that a lot of women don't speak about, that I found out when I finally experienced it myself. Who's your favorite YouTuber? So I would say that I have 2 favorite YouTubers. I would say Milena Ciciotti and Kristen Johns are definitely my 2 favorites. And why is because I feel like in ways we are very similar. We have similar lives in ways. Obviously not everything is the same, but I feel like because we are all open with our faith, and we are moms and wives, and I don't know, I just feel like I really relate to them and connect with them, and that's why I enjoy watching them. I've actually been watching Milena since her channel first started, so yeah, it's been interesting to watch her grow and watch her little family grow, and I don't know, they're awesome. Favorite childhood memory. So I would say my favorite childhood memory would be the trip that I took to Florida, which I spoke about before. I went with my parents, my cousin, and my aunt and my uncle, and we spent 2 weeks there, and we rented this awesome house with like a pool in the backyard, and it was great. We rented a minivan and we explored Florida, went to Miami and all that, and I mean, I was really young, but to this day I still remember that as my favorite. What kind of content I plan to make for this channel? So the type of content that I plan to make is faith related. So I'm going to talk about things about God, what it means to be a godly woman and womanhood in the Bible, and how to grow your faith, what exactly my faith is, my testimony, how I got here, all of that good stuff, and also things that have to do with my husband, because my husband has his own Christian, born-again Christian ministry, so I love to share things about that on my channel. I could have my husband as special guest on videos. And obviously lifestyle, like things that I do day to day, being a mom, being a wife, sharing my son, because he is 6 months and he's doing some really fun things that I would love to share with you guys. Vlogging. I'm really interested in vlogging. I think vlogging is fun, and it's a great way to express yourself and just share your day-to-day life. If you like to see what I do on a daily basis with my parents, with my son Gabriel, with my husband. So yeah, I think that is it for today's video. I think that was a good introduction, and I had a wonderful guest who stayed quiet the whole time. Oh, yeah. Oh, say hi. So if you guys are interested in following my videos, please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe and support me. I am also planning to hopefully be uploading 2 times a week. I'd like to see if I can stick with that schedule. I don't know as of yet which days, but I'd like to try and upload 2 times a week. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.